Ladies and gentlemen, it's July 9th, Tuesday. That's right, 2019. Okay, so I've been away for a very long time, and I probably also have a little bit of macaroni and cheese on my face. That is fantastic. Okay. Um, Now I'm looking at the preview. Can we get away with the lighting? Let's just do that. Does it go there? Well, yeah. There, we fade out a little bit. Okay, so yeah, as I said, I have been away for an extremely long time, for a variety of reasons, but thankfully I am back. My cat is back. It's very important. Right, and Magic 2020 is here, so, we've got some interesting things going on. Things have been looking up for the game, I'd say. The same old stuff's still there. I haven't really played, like, a ton. I played, like, 2 days before I went on vacation, and then I played a little bit when I came home. So, then when I was leaving was still very much a lot of Is It Phoenix and things like that, and you still saw a lot of Esper. We've been seeing a lot less of it. I've also, oddly enough, felt like I've been seeing less experimentation. But yeah, so we've got, like, our first deck up for the day is my take on Temur Elementals. So, going through this, I sort of realized when I was looking at the cards that Risen Reef is really the kind of... it's the fulcrum on which the deck is moved. It's, very important if you're not familiar with the card. Whenever an elemental comes into play, on your side, of course, you look at the top card of your library. If it is a land card, you may reveal it and put it into play tapped. If you do not reveal it and put it in play tapped, as if it's not a land, or if you wish it to go into your hand, then the card goes into your hand. So, card draw, mana acceleration, extremely good. It's just a 1/1 for 3. But I think you'll see it's incredibly powerful. So one of the things that we do with this is we bring it back, Thunderkin Awakener. So it's an elemental with haste 1/2 for 2. When you attack, you can pull an elemental from your graveyard if it has less toughness than Thunderkin Awakener and put it into play, tap and attacking. So we can use this to bring back our destroyed Risen Reefs and get all that lovely, comes into play going on again. And if they don't kill it before the end of the combat phase, during our second main phase, we can play more elementals and get that proc off and off and off. We're also running Overgrowth Elementals just for a little bit of, long-term strength. And discouraging them from killing off some of our other more important pieces. Also, if we could put just one +1/+1 counter onto Thunderkin Awakener, we can bring back Destroyed Overgrown Elementals as well, so that can be quite good. I am running Neoform, so we have a lot of 2-drops in this deck, and part of the reason for that is because Risen Reef is so critical to this deck that what I decided to end up doing was taking a lot of our, our Creeping Trailblazers, our Lightning Stormkin, and even Thunderkin Awakeners if we need to, and neoforming those into Risen Reef, just to make sure that we get a copy of it early on. Now, of course, once this all starts going, we could take a Risen Reef if we have multiple copies, or if we have an Overgrowth Elemental on the board, and we can neoform that into Omnath. We're running 3 copies of Omnath. 3/3, when he comes into play, he deals damage equal to the number of elementals you have to any target. And then anytime a land comes into play, you can buff up your dudes. If you have a bunch of land already in play, 8 to be exact, you can draw a card. So that works really, really well with Risen Reef, putting lands into play whenever you play an elemental. So those two combo off each other just beautifully. It's fantastic, very satisfying to play. I'm running 2 Icons of Ancestry, just to help us fetch out more elementals and to just anthem it up. I figured, hey, why not? We're also running, like, quite a few of the... I'm running Temple of Epiphany, I'm running Rugged Highlands, and... where is it? this one, the Thornwood Falls. So these are the new tap lands that have come into play. Although I would say the temples, I did not play during Theros. I assume the temples were originally printed in Theros. I don't know. But Scrylands and Lifelands. So again, sort of the idea was if a lot of our lands are hopefully coming into play via Risen Reef, putting them into play tapped, let's get something off the back of that. Let's get some ETB effects from the lands coming into play, other than just Omnath. So from there, it should work out pretty well. We were, of course, running, you know, things like Lava Coil and Collision Colossus just to give us, just to clear the way and to kind of give us a little bit of a pump action there. So Collision Colossus, honestly, is like one of the best spells. I figure, like, it's like if I could run this spell, I'd pretty much run it. It's such a good spell because you get to blow up a huge flyer for really cheap, and if they're not running any, you just Colossus your attacks through, and it just works beautifully. So, so yeah, let's take it out for a spin. Let's see how she's doing. Let's go back into ranked. Why not? I don't know what people are playing lately when it comes to ranked. Possibly a good bit of vampires. Who knows? Maybe Orzhov Lifelinkers. Okay, so we have all of our colors. That's really important. It's a really slow hand. But we have 2/2 drops and Neoform, so we know we're gonna get Risen Reef. At least by turn 4. So let's just go ahead and drop the Simic. Alright, well, no tap lands, so we'll just go ahead and do that. Gain more life. If this turns out to be like the old mono blue, I'm gonna laugh pretty hard. It might be. It could be Izzet though. Izzet Phoenix is still very popular. For good reasons. Oh, okay. It's Dimir. Could be Grixis, but Dimir so far. Okay, so yeah, Cry the Canarium is going to be very bad for us. However, we just really, if they don't, they're not gonna cry one thing. So I should be able to get my my first Risen Reef onto the table. It's not. I'm not gonna be able to bring it back with Thunderkin though. That was an interesting decision. Well, we'll go ahead and play that. No real need to attack. If we get a non-tap land, I might just go ahead and drop the... Oh, he might get my... It depends on how well he kind of understands what I might be going for. The Neoform might be safe just because I don't think a lot of people like encounter Neoform really. So I don't know if they really know kind of how powerful it can be. Icon of Ancestry. Not a bad choice. Probably isn't running a lot of artifact hate, so... And if you can just kill Thunderkin Awakener. Alright, well... I'm not going to do that just yet, because I can do this. So that'll bring... Okay. That's fine. So now we've got a 4-3 on the board. Which means I can start actually swinging, trying to put some damage through here. Risen Reef is so critical that... Okay, that's going to be bad. We didn't lose any reefs, did we? No. Alright, well, we don't have any targets for that, so we'll just go ahead and lava coil his army. Alex is very happy to have me home after the 4 days I spent away. Okay, so we've got a bit of an issue here. Alright, well, we're just going to play Omnath to play Omnath at this point. It's unfortunate, but we can deal one to the face. Hopefully he doesn't have a... Yep, okay. No counter spell for him. Off to a little bit of a rough start here. I probably should have mulliganed. What can you do? Yeah, we missed a few land drops, assuming we would be able to kind of like get into our combo a little bit, but no such luck. And now we have spells that target creatures we don't have in play. Alright, GG. Randomizer screwed us a little bit on that one. We'll hopefully be able to show you what the deck can do in a minute. Well, we have 3 land at least. This is honestly is not a bad hand. Not at all. Play that. Get that Steam Vault out. Of course. Kitty Cat Purrs. It's pretty awesome. Merfolk. Or it could be mono blue, the old mono blue. It's mono blue unblockable, it looks like. Hopefully we get ourselves into a Risen Reef and then maybe top deck into a land. It would be a pretty nice way to kind of get out of this. Either way, in the race, we're kind of starting to pull ahead, which is always good. I'm probably going to hold that second Awakener back. Yeah, I'll hold that back, but I'll keep playing out the Flying Haste, because why not, right? Double passe! I'm watching Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, sorry. Okay, it is Simic Merfolk. He just got off to a weird start. Alright. Holy crap, it's just nothing but... Dang it, I can't play anything. Shoot. So I can go +4, so that would be 8, 9 damage? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If he plays literally anything next turn, I'm dead. But I can't do anything other than just kind of attack. Alright, so now he can only do 4 damage to me. If he plays another creature, that's 6. If he plays 2 creatures, he got me. Does he have 2 creatures? 2 creatures and a Curious Obsession? Well, there's a Trickster. Alright, okay. GG. Got stuck on 3 land. What can you do? Oh dear. Okay, so we're back to the old the old stream problem of just always getting land screwed. It's like, yeah, I had 3 lands in my hand that time. I just literally didn't draw a single land for how many turns there. And then he just played nothing but unblockable creatures at me. And we just sat there punching each other for a while. No, this is literally unplayable because we can't even play that. So let's take a look at the new Mulligan rules. So we get 7 cards. This is better. I think we probably toss out the icon. We keep 6 and throw the icon. No, you please go back there. Throw the icon at the bottom of the deck. I don't like the fact that the lands go in that order. So we have to hope here. We have to hope. Okay, we are rewarded. So, unfortunately, we do have a slow rollout. Because I can't really afford to play my Lightning Stormkin. I gotta get this land down first. So I can get that on turn 3. I need that as fast as possible. Okay, so it's kind of a... Okay, well I know I'm gonna get that then. Oh gosh, that would be going down quite a few life. Let's do it. I could have held back to block his lifelinker, but he probably wouldn't attack until the, I mean, he wouldn't have attacked me, but, you know what I mean. And then he could have always disfigured, so it wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, our opponents got off to quite a good start. We might not be able to bring this back. We'll see. We'll give it a go. Pay 2 life. Risen Reef. It's a Neoform. Not exactly what we need. It's just so crazy, like, how everyone else seems to be getting just fantastic rollouts on me every single time. And it's like, what do I have to do to buy a hand like this? I mean, Pete's sake. Alright, no blocks. I don't feel like I can block just yet. I need to get my combo going a little bit. Alright, I'll play that. Well, that's not really gonna help me right now. I guess I could have, because I could play it next turn, but does it even matter? Like, I could kill Sauron. That would stop that. No, there's too much damage. I can't do anything. I swear this deck was working before I clicked stream. Oh man. Yeah, I know, right? Oh dear. I climbed like 2 tiers in silver, like, without blinking. Like, before I left on vacation, I come back, I play around with it during the day, and I'm like, it's working like a charm, and now, like, I can't buy any, Alright, I think we take this, and we chuck the Overgrowth Elemental, maybe? I feel like we want to hold on to the Lava Coil so that we can kind of slow down our opponents a little bit. So we go Overgrowth Elemental. If they're running control, then obviously this is a misplay on our part, but, like, we can't know that just yet. So we're gonna go We're gonna go Breeding Pool tapped. What's the goal of the deck? The goal of the deck is to rush them down with elementals and get the combo with Risen Reef and Omnath going, which you should actually see in a bit. So, let's see, did we go haste here? Yeah, we go hasty. Next turn we'll go as a Risen Reef, and we'll get a little bit of our... Okay, it's another Orzhov player. Looks like they're running out actually kind of slow as well. So this should be a little bit better for us. So Elemental comes into play. We look at the top card of our library. If it's a land, we can put it into play tapped. If it's not, we put it in our hand. Even if it is a land, we can choose to put it in our hand, but it's kind of speeding it along a little bit. Mortify, yep, that's fine. It's not ideal, but eventually we'll get Thunderkin Awakener back, and then it'll be fine. So we can Lava Coil that. Nah, we'll just... And then use that to buff up our other elementals and go 3 in the air. So we've got him down 13 already. Hopefully we'll get a Thunderkin here soon. Yeah, it's a really fun deck, but like it like people can jam a wrench into your works pretty easily. Like if you run like a decent chunk of removal, it can make it like hell in this deck. Or just run a lot of stuff at it. Let's see. So I think what we do is we pay the life. Icon of Ancestry for Elemental. Now all of our Elementals, +1/+1. And if we ever don't have much of a turn, we can just tap it for 3 mana and look at our top of our library for an Elemental. Put it in the hand. Ah! Okay, they really missed out on their deck then. They were supposed to be looking to punish us for killing things. So, we've got 5 mana, 6 available, potentially. So, okay, we get one of these. We can play it, so we do. It has haste, we win. Oh, I shouldn't have actually attacked with the other one. I should have just went 8 in the air. It is actually going to be terrible for me. Okay, good. He's just on -2. So we didn't get the combo going, but at least kind of showed that elementals can still rock, so... There's that. Haste is still a pretty good keyword. Flying is always an improvement to a creature as well. And I think, honestly, I think Icon of Ancestry is just... if you're playing any kind of tribal deck, I just feel like it's just so good. I mean, that literally won the game for us. Oh, shoot. We've got no red mana, but we do have green-blue. This is a bit of a risk, but we're going to keep it. We just need a land, like one land draw by turn 3, and then we're okay. Alright, now we can't actually play anything yet, so we need to just put this tapped. Ugh, please. Our opponent's playing mountains, help us out. Okay, well, it is a land. It wasn't something that would be 100% useful, but the scry will be okay. We don't want another Neoform, we're good there. So next turn we can play the Risen Reef. Turn after we can play the Creeper. If they kill the Reef by then, we can bring out another Risen Reef by Neoforming. Take action. Oh, we can't gain life because of Edgelord over there. He's probably going to create a second... Yeah, okay.
I adore an audience.
Well, that's a bit of a problem. can Neoform. That's actually perfect. Alright, we'll just lava coil the Phoenix so that he can't come back, and then we'll just not attack. Next turn, what we're looking to do is we're looking to attack Tybalt and then use Collision Colossus to trample through.
What know you of dragons? They are coming.
Shoot, no, I don't block this. Okay, so... Oh, he just left himself open with that, too. Okay, so... Oh gosh, do we Overgrowth Elemental, or do we... Okay, because we can Overgrowth Elemental, which would work out pretty well. No, I think all we do is we just play another creeping. We leave that mana open. Yes. Enter tapped. Next. Next. And we go. Attack into that. Attack into that. He doesn't have any dragons, so no damage gets dealt.
I will consume you.
So what I'm doing now is I'm leaving mana open so I can cast Collision if he turns his Sarkhan into a dragon. I can just Collision out of the sky. Yeah. That's okay. Hopefully he turns himself into a dragon. That would be really cool. He minus 3s?
Your end
To create a dragon in flying. Okay. That's still fine, because we can remove that. Pass. Pass. Go through his second main phase. Collision. Okay. Oh. Alright, so... Overgrowth Elemental. I think we're gonna do it on the Risen Reef. Yes, yes. I've got multiple cats to worry about. Okay, so he's going to Lightning Strike it. 3 damage. I can't actually save that, so he's going to die. My Elemental gets a buff. I get that. It's not going to come in very handy right now because I need to attack. And I'm going to Neoform to get myself another Risen Reef. Gain some life. Hey, Rajal, how you doing, buddy? We're playing some Temur Elementals right now. And this is like the first game where the deck seems to actually be working out. The extra damage will probably go to my face. Oh, he's looking to, okay, invest some extra spells into killing off the Overgrowth Elemental. That's actually not too bad for us. Okay, we're just going to Collision that. We have how many mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shoot. Yesterday was the first day I could get my hands dirty with M20. Oh yeah, Azorius Flyers is pretty good, yeah. Alright, we're gonna Collision onto the Skargan Hellkite. Alright, we're gonna play this. Hopefully we get like a Shockland off this. We don't. We do get another Elemental though, so let's go ahead and play it. Oh, we got a Shockland, but it's too late, so we'll just go ahead and put it into play tapped. And we'll attack. So, we've probably beat our mono red player here. It's an interesting mono red. I like it. But we're gonna be...
telling me what to do.
Beating the ever-loving tar out of it.
Is it just me?
Alright, we're on timer now.
Warm in here.
You just like aggro? Aggro's fun, man. Aggro is a lot of fun. Alright, well, we're gonna go and play that, gain a life. We're gonna go 3 mana. Call Elemental. We've got 4 mana open. We need to do 8 damage to her. Okay, next. Go ahead and attack. To the face. To them. They'll block the Risen Reef. We'll power our way through it.
Fizzled out.
We'll keep the Neoform around. I might go into Omnath in a minute, but we are like, they're pretty beefed up, so. The Risen Reef only has 1.
Feel the heat of my flames. Behold!
Thunder can awaken her. So this should be fun. Just trying to keep an eye on my mana. Ooh, I like that. Let's see. Risen Reef is something else. Played against a couple of decks that use it. Plus, Spark Double. Ooh, Spark Double would be funny, yeah. Oh, the new Zombieland. Yeah. I had one opponent hit me in the face with 40 plus zombies. Yeah, decking yourself is really easy with Risen Reefs. They're actually like really difficult to like do properly, so toss out another one. Okay, we're just gonna go. This should be victory here, so we're gonna do another Anthem. Yep, let's get the Creeper.
Listen to them. Come on. I will consume you.
And with everything, we should, yeah, we very win. So we killed him twice. Yeah, I had a game where it took me like to the very end, and it was like I had my stuff like down to like 13 cards, and I was like, I can't play any more elementals because I have 2 Risen Reefs in play with an Omnath, and I have a ton of land. So if I do like anything at all, like I am just gonna like blow through my entire deck and kill myself before I can actually like end my opponent. And like I had like Thunderkin Awakeners, I had to like not attack because if they did, they'd bring things back that would make it awkward. And yeah, it's a very like fine line of a deck. I botched one game by blocking the Risen Reefs instead of the zombies. Oh, you could have made. Oh, with the zombie, did they have Did they have like a Liliana Dreadhorde General with that? Was that how they were drawing cards off that, or do the zombies just usually have the when a zombie dies, you get a you draw a card? I'm not that familiar with it. No. We know this hand. Yes, we yes that hand. Icon to the bottom. Icon is a good spell, but it's not typically what we need early game. It's new land if you control 7 different lands. Every time a land comes into play, it creates a 2/2 zombie. Right. But as far as like decking themselves, was it just the fact that like they were just, I don't know, they needed to make new zombies, or? Let's see. Do we want to just? Yeah, play that one. Oh, they were playing like 12 Risen. Okay, yeah, because they had the whole like you were saying like the Spark Double on the mirror image and everything like that. Yeah. Well, I guess we do that and play the Creeping Trailblazer. Next turn, we're guaranteed to get Risen Reef down. Boros, who knows what this could be. They're also running the new guy that doubles ETB. Oh, Yarok. Yeah, Yarok is pretty crazy. I'd want to do that, but the problem is every time I was thinking about like what I would do with it, I just kept coming up with just play the Explorer Core, and I was like, I've done that enough. I've played enough Explorer Core. Yeah. Oh, that's right. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, would that like mess with like Spark Double? Oh, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. If you're not gonna let me play, then you can't have toys either. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and immediately Neoform this. Quasi-duplicate plus Spark Double. Oh dear. Mirror Image is another one. It's 3 mana as a creature that does it. The Mirror Image and Spark Double were both used in the, the cat deck. I mean, I don't blame people, but holy cow, the hate for Risen Reef is real. It's like the only creature hated more than Llanowar Elf. Do I just... It gets us swinging. Alright, we'll just... Yep. We scry. Yeah, no, we'll get cycle that. Do I? I could. Oh, but no, they have. Yeah, no, that. Okay. I was thinking about the potential of neoforming the Risen Reef into an Omnath, but 2 damage isn't going to do anything because they have hexproof because of Shalai. I think anything that overperforms to the point where you're handicapped if you don't... Yeah, it's true. It's a lightning rod. It's absolutely a lightning rod for removal spells.
I believe in you.
Okay, so... I didn't have enough of that, like, normally. Alright, so let's go ahead and play Overgrowth Elemental. And we just don't attack right now. So what we look to do here is we look to drop Omnath, and then we target Shalai, and then that opens up the board for us. Feather. It's a lot of stuff, but at least they're not killing off my stuff.
I believe in you, friend.
Unfortunately, we have to let this through. That's a lot of damage. 7? Gotta let 7 through. Open pre-order packs. Haven't bought enough extras yet. Was hoping to do a bunch of drafting first. Oh, yeah. It's not that, yeah. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we have to drop Omnath. We target that. We kill it. Problem is, we're pretty much at the point now where I have to keep one of them back. Do I have to hold everything back to block? Shoot, I kind of have to kill... I have to kill what's-his-face. If I don't, then we're in really big trouble. Alright, so... I have to hold the blocker back, though. Like, I can't not hold the blocker back. Let's go ahead and drop this. Oh, attack that as well. Yes, I gained some life. Who do I want to buff up? Let's buff the Overgrowth Elemental. I should gain some life off this too. Did you do the usual 90 plus pre-order? So I actually spent gems on the Mastery Pass, and then I realized I didn't have enough to buy like a ton of them, but I did buy quite a bit of packs.
Do not frighten me.
Alright, so I'm back up to 6. I'm back up to 6. Oh, dang. Alright, well, this could be really bad. That doesn't give trample, does it? Shoot, does this give trample? If it's red, it gains wait. Let me read the card! Shoot, I'm gonna lose. Yeah, no, we're gonna lose just to the trample, I think. Well, it's only 5. It's only 5. We have to block with Omnath, and we have to block this way. So only 3 damage gets through. Let's see. Picked up the Master Pass 2. I don't think I regret it, sorta. I mean, it does feel bad when you finish your dailies and can't advance. Yeah, it's really weird like that. Gosh. Okay, so... we can kill Feather at least. Risen Reef. Gain a life off that. All attacks. Do we bring the Reef back, or do we do... The fact that I put in so many of the life gain lands in, I'm like super happy I did that, because like, look at the value we're getting out of that. Like, we could still die here, but like, we came back from the brink, the absolute brink. If it wasn't for the life gain lands and for the Overgrowth Elemental, we would not be in this game at all. We're still barely in the game, but we are in this game. Okay, I'll pet you. I'll pet the cat. Hello! Did I build these? I did not build the Azorius Flyers deck yet. Certainly thinking about it. It's quite good. So I've got like a bunch. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the Overgrowth Elemental. Put a 1/1 on there. Would love to see the deck list for this one. I'm running Temur Elementals. If you check the Stream Decker, you should be able to see the current deck list that I'm running. Do we run that? We can Omnath, right? Yeah, we can get Omnath back out of that. So let's just play another Risen Reef. Take action, come play taps. Can't play that. So we just attack here, I think? Maybe we just attack with this. Well, no, let's just go all out pretty much. So, we bring Omnath in. We can't really have him creating more, so we take that first. Get the 1/1 on something. I might still lose. He didn't kill anything of mine. Mono Red Goblin Crew? Nice. So here's how I'm gonna live. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to... Neoform that into Omnath. I'm gonna keep that one. Bunch of damage to that. Okay, cool. Oh, Golgari, is it? Yeah, I'm personally a huge fan of Golgari. Like, just in general, like, I've been playing the game for a ridiculously long amount of time, and I'm just consistently a fan of black-green over the years. Played a lot of rock over the... Ah, there we go, okay. So, yeah, we barely won that game. Holy cow. Yeah, but that's kind of like one of the things I really like about like Neoform and a lot of the cards that are, because every Elementals deck I'm seeing, like they're running like the Chandra like Planeswalkers, like kind of like create 1/1s to like proc off of that, and like people keep trying to do these little things like Healer of the Glade and Leaf Kindred and stuff like that, but like I don't know, man. Well, I say I've been playing for a long time. Like I was playing like back in 8th edition, however many years ago, and then I stopped like after Ravnica, and then I came back just recently. So I started pretty much back in. I pretty much ended after Ravnica, and I came back in after New Ravnica. Well, second New Ravnica, really. But yeah, it's yeah, green black is one of my favorite color combinations. It's just so good. Think about messing around with Blood-Soaked Altar. Put Font of Agonies in just because of how utterly useless it has been historically. Dude, that is the Johnny way. That is the Johnny way. Like, take a card that nobody thinks can do anything and like make it your own. They'll never see it coming. I don't particularly like double Omnath, but I do like double Risen Reef. Triple tap lands, though. Not exactly what I want, but I'll keep it. So we're going to drop the Temple first, just to get the Scry going. Actually, yes. I will hold that for turn 3. Alright. Dimir, possibly Esper. Could even be Grixis. Probably Dimir, straight Dimir, though. He's playing literally like Tezzeret, so... Oh, no, it's Grixis. Okay. Just gonna scry at us a bit. Okay, well, we have 2 Shocklands available to us, so it's a question of which one we want. Let's go for this one. Lava Cola could come in handy. Probably running the Nicol Bolas Creature. There's a good chance of it. Ah, okay. So he checks out the Bedecked. That's fine. I don't really need the mana just yet, so we'll go ahead and do that. Nice. Pulling into Thunderkin. Very nice. Cry. I cry every time. We could actually go with both. All right, let's get some crazy. Let's get some craziness going here. So we're gonna go ahead and put that into play. Attack. Risen Reef comes into play. Oh lord. We've got too many cards. Oh no, I have 7. I have just enough cards. Okay. We can always just kind of pop that, no problem. So we'll Lava Coil that. Then... I don't know what that's on the screen for. 2 damage. Yep, that's fine. Land. Buff up that. Attack. Hey, practicing and learning is all anybody does, right? Like, you're constantly trying to figure out, like, how the game sort of ends up working out, so, yeah. I remember, like, before I kind of came back in, I was like, oh, yeah, I used to play BTQ, so, like, I could play this game at a professional level, and then you, like, come back in and you're like, this game is actually really complicated, you gotta know what you're doing. So... That's the one cool part about Magic, is there's always something new. There's always something new and interesting happening in it. It really doesn't stagnate at all. So, we'll play that. Buff him up to that. 6 damage to the face. And turn. Well, I mean, over a long period of time, like, you know, like a really long period of time. We're starting to get to the point now where even those two decks aren't even, like, necessarily performing at the same rate they used to be. We get to draw cards, so let's... Oh, we don't get to draw a card. Okay. Oh, we do draw... Okay, cool. I don't particularly want to kill off my own people yet. So I'll just play that. Buff him up. Okay, E-scoops. Won my first tournament. With a pre-release. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, pre-release tournaments are so much fun. They're so much fun. If I could still read the cards, I'd play in them, because holy cow, they're so much fun. I think a lot of those kinds of decks are meta-dependent. They just happen to have the best win rate against what's available. Oh, that's for sure, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Sly, or Red Deck Wins, has been like a thing since the late 90s, and yeah, it doesn't really ever go away because of just of what it is, but like, you know, there's a lot of archetypes just don't go away. It's just whether or not they're like super viable and like you never ever see anything of them. Nature of Baron, well, yeah, sure. This is yeah, this is playable actually. I don't like starting with 2 land hands, but I have two 2-drops in Neoform and all 3 colors. So this is playable, not to mention we have a Lava Coil, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Looks like mono white aggro. Yep, I'll keep that. So we go Forest next turn. Oh, 2 Nicol Bolas, 1 pack. Wow. That's pretty awesome. So we'll see what our mono white, possibly Azorius player does. No, this looks very much like the mono white from the previous sets meta. Interesting to see if they have anything from the new sets in them. Yep, we go that into this. I could try to like disrupt their flip of Legion's Landing, but I kind of just want to get my own thing going first. It can be annoying, yeah. But I've got enough spot removal in this and enough like pumps for like combat tricks. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to be doing that too later. No blocks. Can I afford to not? Yeah, I think I have to take out the Marshal. I don't think I really have much of a choice here. I think I have to take the Marshal out. So we need to play a little bit defensively here. Our current goal is not to Oh, Johnny? Yeah. Yeah, if he plays the duo with Johnny, we're pretty much almost certainly dead, although it doesn't look like that's what he's going for. So we're just gonna go ahead and lava coil that. So that severely reduces the pressure we're under right now. The amazing flavor from this set, it makes me really yearn for full spell effects. For instance, Flame Sweep. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah. It would be really cool. Yeah, a lot of the legendaries, like, the legendary animations have been fantastic. But, yeah, it would be nice to see not just the same, like, Gates of Blaze, I assume, is pretty much the exact same, like, image it shows for Flame Sweep, where it's just like, fire! But, alright, throwing just the 2-1, that's fine. We'll go and let that slide. Okay, we'll do that. Actually, you know what? Maybe we don't. Yeah, we'll just Overgrowth Elemental here. It's true, they could be like even better. It's gonna be really hard to defend if they have lifelink. It's true, but like I think like as long as we kind of get like ourselves set up to where they can't really pressure us, we should be all right. Like they have like pretty much like this deck is going to be like there's no card draw in this deck. Like so it 100% of his deck is going to be like just hoping to like top deck into good stuff, and we outvalue them in the long run, I'm pretty sure. So just like okay, that's bad. So do we look to trade here? Well, there's nothing to trade with really. Oh, we physically cannot trade. Alright, so we'll block that. I'm not going to, Okay, so now we've got, like, hard remove again. Do we go for Risen Reef? Do we go for a removal spell? Let's just try to get Risen Reef down. He uses Yugi Ferret. Yes, believe in the heart of the cards, Yugi. That's all we need to do, is just believe in the heart of the cards and everything will work out fine. Alright, we Risen Reef. We get another Neoform. Trades now is actually like in our favor, because if we can trade now, then we can start gaining some life back. Even at the cost of the Risen Reef, even though like theoretically we really want the Risen Reef to be in play, we can trade the Risen Reef. Especially if we can get his Law Rune Enforcer. I actually probably should have blocked the Law Rune Enforcer last turn when I had the chance. He might hold it open to keep making more vampires though. Because he needs to get the mana. Foe it. I can't really allow him to have flyers, so I'm probably going to lava coil that. Oh, okay, he doesn't attack this turn. Alright. Okay, so things look a little grim. I can... Alright, we'll play the elemental we have. Out of nowhere summons Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Okay, and I think we just... Yeah, we'll lava coil the Loxapal. Okay. No attacks. We should be okay. Oh, Benalish Marshall, that's bad. Alright, I think, yeah, no, I think we just lose here now. So... we need to trade. There's not enough... No, we lose here. If it wasn't for the, if it wasn't for, the Benalish Marshall, the second one, like, they got some... Like, if they had flooded at any point, like, we'd have had this game really easily. But, they just didn't flood. They didn't flood, they got, like, great top decks the entire time. And we just fell short of, Also, I probably could have, like, taken care of the Lava Enforcer with the Lava Coil instead of doing the Loxodon. So, little bit of a misplay there on my part. Maybe. Who knows? I mean, once the Loxodon's on the table, he's just a 4/4. He doesn't do anything else particularly. I could have blocked him out with my Overgrowth Elemental. So, realistically speaking, that was probably the wrong target. This is not the best hand, but I'll keep it. So we go for the Falls first, so that if we need to on turn 2, we can drop the Stomping Grounds and do a Lava Coil. If we don't, then we just keep playing tap lands. Mixed feeling on that Lox. That has great effect, comes at the cost of taking a turn. Yeah, it's true, but I mean, if it wasn't for that, he might not have been able to break us. So, you know, it's like, it's tough to know, like, when you need to play him. Alright, green. Okay, so we just keep playing tap lands. Oh no. Bioessence Hydra is coming.
Can't help myself.
Oh, that was bad. I have not actually heard much of Kiora's voice lines. I cannot kelp myself. That's so terrible. Oh gosh.
Let's get moving.
Oh, I assumed Bioessence Hydra. Alright.
My stewardship.
So they're gonna bring out a lands.
The land fights for us.
I mean, sure, it fights for you, but like, you've kind of opened yourself up to death, really. Let's see, funny thing, I have 4 lightning bolts and 4 lightning strikes. And I kill my opponent with... Yeah! That'll definitely do it. Let's see, I can shut down like a lot of their mana just by zapping it. Alright, let's... So they're on 4 mana right now? 5?
One drop ripples and grows.
I don't know how I can possibly deal with this. Sometimes, you know, okay, see you around, Thunder. Yeah, sometimes the game's just, Timmy just appears and his games just, they go well. What can you do? Alright. I'm gonna bow out of that one. We never got started. And, our opponent everybody just keeps going completely just god hand on us every time, so what can you do? I say every time. They don't go god hand on us every time, but still, holy cow. It's just like, hey, I'm gonna play like 8,000 Hydras on turn 4, how about that? And it's like, certainly wasn't expecting it. So it's there, you know. It purrs. you know? It's kind of fun. I don't need any more overgrowth elementals. Oh my gosh. There are like so many of these things where you're just like, can we not have 1,000 of the same card? Alright, well. We go tap lands. Yeah. It's his third purse. It's pretty cool. It also yells at you like a real cat. So that's fun. Honestly, I'm just gonna go play this. They haven't really threatened me yet, and I would prefer not to play Overgrowth Elementals. Oh gosh.
We will not fail. Behold, nature's
Nissa is becoming super popular today. That is definitely something I've noticed. Not just like since the stream's been on, but just in general. Like this has been very popular. And the problem that Nissa has with the Elementals deck, because people were going, oh yeah, because the Elementals, like they're Elementals too. But like Risen Reef, which is the most important part, like they don't, like they're still in play. Just because they become an Elemental doesn't mean they trigger the ETB effect off of the Risen Reef. So I assume he's going to attack. I'm tapped out. Did one of us disconnect? He's gonna make faces at the camera until something happens. If I get a lava coil, I might just zap it. Although that's not proven to be like all that great. Alright, well I didn't get one. Alright, we're just gonna play an Overgrowth Elemental. If he swings, I'm not even gonna block it. I'm just gonna play the other Overgrowth Elemental next turn, and put a 1/1 counter on it, and then attack Nissa. And if I can get a Shock Land or a basic land, then I can play the Overgrowth Elemental and swing through with Trample. Which would be ideal. I could just Colossus my way through it anyway. Come to think of it. Maybe that's the more appropriate response. Is my opponent even alive? Survey says no. Look at that skill. I have so much skill. Oh my gosh. Is the air conditioner sound bad, by the way? I've had it running the whole time. I haven't really felt like turning it off. Well, that's a hand. Oh man, we're gonna get so punished for this. We're gonna get punished hard. Alright. Tap land first. So, I'm thinking about swapping up the deck just to kind of play something a little bit different. Just do a little bit of variety here. Do you guys have a preference over Wolfpack or Mono White Angels? Flyers, lol. Alright, we got a Risen Reef. Oh, but that kills ETB effects. You're a jerk. Alright, well, we'll kill your freaking person and play that tapped. Alright, he puts out a knight. I get another Risen Reef. We go tap. Alright, he has that in the Danto Vanguard. Risk it! Shockland! That's not a Shockland! It's not that it's not my cup of tea, it's just that I haven't played around with it yet. And the other two decks are decks that I personally built as well, so always love to kind of play stuff that I've personally had a hand in creating. Gosh, how much damage is this? It's like all the damage. We'll let it through. Go all the way down to 7. Alright, so we have to kill Aurelia. Like, that's pretty much a must. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Before they can untap and get a God's Willing. Alright, here we go. Where is... Oh, that's not right. Alright, you know what? Let's go ahead and we have 3 mana available, but we'll go ahead and we'll play the Temple. Just to make sure we can scry here. Thunderkid Awakener sounds good to me. Which means we're safe to go ahead and block. Like, with the Risen Reef. Not a problem. Okay. We'll go ahead and block like that. Okay. Guess I know what I'm doing with that mana. Alright, we play that. Do we have... No, it's just those in there. Alright, so we just attack. Risen Reef. Totally understand wanting to build your own. I'm the same way. A net deck for ideas and then Frankenstein my own nonsense out of those. Yeah, makes sense, man. Let's see how he blocks. Alright. Colossus. He can still kill me pretty easily here. My deck list in Discord for your critique, lol. Alright, well, it's all down to top deck now. If I don't top deck something good, we're probably dead here. Thunderkid Awakener. Yeah, I'll take that. Hopefully I get the chance to declare the attack. Risen Reef. Alright, well I can't kill just yet, so we'll go ahead and just attack normally. Then we'll go ahead and we will... Do I do Omnath? Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll get, were you considering pairing Thunderkin with Cloudkin? I was, But then I found like the cards that I was using instead were pretty good. He lets me kill it! Oh! He lets me kill it, guys! Means he's probably got something better. Oh, it's a Lyra. That's pretty good. Sorry though, buddy. I got better. I got a rock. Enters tapped. We could bring back the reef. Okay. I was thinking we bring back the other one instead, though, the Trailblazer to give elementals +1 attack. And then just kind of rush in with that, because that would be 3 damage, 5 damage, 6 damage more, which definitely would have killed him. So, yeah, let's swap over to Angels. Hopefully this is going to be continuing to work out okay. I have not played this deck since getting back, so we'll see if it still works. Well, we have a God's Willing for Protection, we have a Healer's Hawk, and a Dejani's Pridemate, and a Conclave Tribunal. So I think we're looking pretty good. And I think no matter who you are, I think when you see a turn 1 Healer's Hawk, I think you're thinking that the game could potentially get out of hand. Yep, good old mono white. Alright, Angel of Vitality. Sounds pretty good. We're gonna go for it. I don't think he's going to be running sweepers or anything like that, so we just attack. Our Pridemate is already starting to snowball. Oh, you know what? I didn't update the deck list. It's manual. I have to paste it into Stream Decker. I'll do it after this game. Is he running? Wait, this is. Oh, wait. He's running some gates. Okay. Oh, I guess he's. Yeah, okay, he is literally playing gates. Alright. So he will be running sweepers. So protection will be fine because the only sweeper he should be running is that one. You know. That one. Gates Ablaze. So Gates Ablaze should be able to protect. Okay, he's gonna gain a ton of life. My turn. Shoot. But if I do that, I won't be able to remove. And I want to be able to remove that. Alright, well. We'll just 1, 2, 3, 4. Could be dangerous if he has enchantment removal. He's back down to 6 though. He's very specifically tapping. Hydroid Krasis, perhaps? So he knows how much to pay? I'm not sure. Oh, lands are untapping. Guild Summit? You're worried about card advantage at a time like this? Gates Ablaze? Nope, scoop it. Alright. The problem with the mono white angels is that, like, the cool stuff is all, like, 3 mana and up, and the only way I could figure out how to survive was Healer's Hawk plus Pridemate, so it ends up looking just like a lot of Really old mono white. Let's see. Where is? Oh, no, I gotta go back into Magic. Hang on. We go into the decks. We go this export. Yep. And then into here. And then. Angels. Submit. Yeah, dude, Bishop of Wings is fantastic. I love that card so much. That's what this deck is pretty much based around. Oh, the game is not okay. Played against someone earlier who got off an infinite combo. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Divine Visitation. I was talking about the possibility of running Divine Visitation with Bishop of Wings to get the constant effect of the because every time the thing comes into play, it goes out of play, and yeah, it's pretty hilarious. But at the same time, if you just kill the bishop, then it kind of breaks it. But oh, Kai Carla 2 sack for. Oh, that's what the infinite was for. My apologies. Okay. Yeah, okay. This should let us kind of survive till we can get our Lyra down. I like the fact that we have a God's Willing here. Didn't realize he was going to go forever until he hit 60 health, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to win this. Alright, so he's playing a version of Elementals here. I don't really like Steamkin in the Elementals deck, but maybe he's actually correct. Who knows? I don't think Steamkin really does all that much. Oh, well, maybe he's not going for Element. Oh, still. It's Gruul with Steamkin in it. Oh, nope, Elementals. So he's definitely going for some sort of Elementals. Risen Reef, yeah, here it comes. But Steamkin doesn't proc off of things coming into... Well, that doesn't matter. Yeah, still, the land doesn't really affect it. Okay, so we pass through that. Is he going to be running removal with this, is the question. I don't think he's going to, but I think we kind of just still play a little bit. Just go ahead and keep punching him in the face. Hopefully we get a land next turn so I don't have to worry about making decisions. Because if I get a land, I can play the Resplendent Angel and God's Willing if needed. Not to mention we want to keep getting up to that Lyra. Steamkin still has great value for 2-drop. Yeah. I mean... but the thing is though, like, a 2/2 haste flyer that's a 2-drop is also really dang good. So, I don't know. Like, for pressuring out things like Planeswalkers, I found flying to be incredibly good. The Lightning Stormkin, I believe. The 2/2 flyer with flying haste. The 2/2 flying haster. Okay, see, this is going to be using that. Okay. So they're going to be putting a lot of elementals into play. See, I found so much less value out of doing it this way, but they're going to probably beat me with it. Okay, well, we just have to go for it then. So we play the Resplendent. He doesn't have the mana for a lightning bolt, so we should be okay. We could afford to go 2 on the 2 onto the Chandra. Yeah, fine by me. As long as I get the 1 life, I'm good.
Throw another punch, and you're gonna get burned.
Oh, looks like the token bug is back. That angel's grounded for some reason. So it would have been nice to have God's Willing open, but we didn't get the land for it. Still, we can always just drop another Resplendent. Looks like we're gonna have to.
What's that smell? Oh, it's you burning.
Well, let's see what they do with it. So yeah, I guess this is a lot more red focused than like, cause I was way more just like full on 3 color, where this is like just a pinch of blue and a little bit of green. The unclaimed territory is not a bad idea. I actually might want to consider putting some unclaims in there. Because unclaimed doesn't come into play tap, does it? No, okay. Yeah, I could be using unclaimed instead of some of the other cards I have in there. The Shocklands, for instance. I don't need to have the Shocklands in there if I have the They have how much mana untapped? Just the 1? Enters the battlefield, create 2 elemental tokens. Okay. Block it out. I've got 2. Oh, well, do I need to? You know what? No, I don't need to block them. Alright. Have I toyed with ley lines? You know, I looked at the possibility of putting ley lines in some decks, but at the end of the day, I ended up just deciding kind of against it. It's possible they have a shock here. You know what? We're gonna go Bird at the face, and we're gonna go 2 Spirits at Chandra. Okay, we gained the life. That's all we need. But yeah, I haven't really like played a deck yet that really like seems to like to make the ley lines like really work with them yet. I'm sure I will eventually. It's just like looking at them like, yeah, like they're positive, they're good, but like do they really like contribute to the goal that I'm kind of going for? And like until like I really haven't looked at any of them. I think I think they're maybe a little bit more sideboard worthy. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like they're really, really good if they're in your opening hand, but if they're not in your opening hand, then you're like, do I really want to cast this when I could be casting something else? You know? I might be able to just poke him down in the air, because, like, I've got so much life. At one point I was running Chandra's Embercat as well, and I ended up deciding that it wasn't really that great. I might block the okay, no, I'm not gonna block the Steamkin then. I'm just gonna fly over him and punch him in the face repeatedly. That's pretty much the plan from here. We can do Revitalize next turn. That's so many procs. Alright, this might get crazy actually now that Omnath's on the field. It's up to a 5-4. It's a lot of stuff. I definitely can safely block some of it. Like I could use my bishop to block out this dude safely. I dropped below 30. This isn't too bad. Alright, well. Go ahead and revitalize. Oh sure, now we get it. Okay, well, that's fine. We might still end up winning this game. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the Bishop of Wings, the fact that it punishes your opponent for killing the, like, doing the necessary evil of killing off your angels by giving you tokens for it. Yeah, I do have so much life. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just, I'm just gonna out life gain you. I'm gonna gain more life than you could possibly deal in damage. I've still got five dudes in the air. Like, and Lyra's coming. Lyra's coming. Although if I get another Resplendent, I'm just going to drop that instead. Because then I could even God's Willing to protect it. Oh, this could hurt. This is the one with the plus to give all your elementals +2/+0.
I'm Chandra. Nice to meet you.
Oh dear. Keeping the other one, and then the triggered effects to kill off my Pride Mate? No, I'm the Bishop. Okay. Bishop might not be the biggest worry you've got, though, at the moment. Okay, so that's 8. 18. Okay, I have no blockers left. I might be dead here. I might actually be dead. Oh yeah, because then you get another +2 on top of all that.
There's no problem fire can't solve.
Yeah.
Time to turn up the heat.
Yeah, I'm dead here. I'm gonna let the attack swing through, because I feel like that's fair. Although if you're gonna do this to me, I'm gonna hit the concede button. Get on with it, buddy. You have lethal. Attack.
Say hi to my fiery friend.
You missed your chance. You missed your chance. Just attack when you have lethal, guys. Don't piss off your opponents, okay? It's not necessary. It doesn't do anything for you. Alright. Go again. But yeah, I think the ley lines are one of those things I think people use a lot for sideboards. So. Seems alright. This has nothing for my discard. Oh, looks like we're going against traditional mono red. Fel Spectre is rotating and it's practically my win con. Yeah, it happens, buddy. Alright, well. I could gain life. You know what? Let's... No, because I needed to tap. Let's just remove that from the game. Hopefully we get a God's Willing. Because I would like to be able to protect my, my Resplendent. Okay, we don't get that. But we do get... Resplendent Angel. We can't block yet, but next turn we can start. Because we can throw down the icon. Puts us above Lightning Strike as well, so that's good. Oh, I could have thrown Lyra. Shoot, I'm an idiot. I wasn't counting my my cards correctly. I could attack, but I'm gonna hold for blocks. Lets me do a 6/6 Lyra next turn. Okay, I really don't want to be... Yeah, see, that's a very smart way to do it, because then the first strike could get me. Oh, no, he's just gonna do that. He's not even gonna try doing it the other way. But we force him to use a lot of cards. He's mono red. He's not gonna like play differently just because we have a card in hand. Oh, I love the practicality of mono red players. Lyra's in play, I'm out. Oh man. Alright, you know what? Let's see. So let's find yeah, so I might have bought 10 levels. I bought the higher the like 20% off like boost version. So, although I didn't do... Where do you put codes in again? Is it in profile? Store? So I had to put that in yet. Oh, wow. Okay. Get a Sauron.
I will take it personally.
Alright, let's see. So I got the black tree. Who should I go for next? Go down this one, maybe? Yeah, we want to go toward getting Omnath unlocked, I think. So we'll start doing that. Oh, level up. I hadn't put level up in yet. Ah. Okay, so... Ether Hub. Let's do your dreams. Let's budget flyers. Do I want to play with the budget flyers list? Ah, we'll do it. Why not? So the third thought it was sword and thought it was something else. Yeah. No, it was just a level up, and I just happened to get some rewards out of it. G-Arena. Mint. Is current. Dex. Import. Where did it go? I hate this system so much. Is it at the bottom? Yeah. Craft. Finish. Craft. I understand why the warning is there, but at the same time, it's like, just craft the damn thing. I told you to craft it. So this is Merchants Budget Blue-White Flyers. So we're gonna go through and do this one. Should be pretty fun. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm gonna do it in play just because I haven't actually played the deck at all, so I'm gonna learn it a little bit before throwing it in the ranked. I have played up against Azorius Flyers a few times, and it's whew. You get a good run out on this deck, and it's so hard to overcome. 2 Sky Tethers and no. This is way more reasonable. I think we have to throw Saphira back, which is unfortunate, but yeah, exactly, right? So we're gonna throw Saphira, Sky's Blade back, unfortunately. Just because I needed everything else pretty much. I guess we could have Winged Words probably could have. Nah. Yes, it does, but we didn't have like a ton of flyers in our hand. We had like our first flyer was available on turn 3. So until like with that hand that we had, I wasn't really comfortable throwing that down. So yeah, we don't. Giving that defender isn't going to do us any good. Is this instant? No, it's an enchantment. Is it a flash? No. Executioner. Let's go for Hanged Executioner first. Yeah, no, it looks like a Griffin, like just because it's got a Griffin in the picture. Like it looks like, oh yeah, cool, it's like a 1-drop flyer. But no. So yeah, we had Winged Words, we had Sky Tether, and like Hanged Executioner. So I was like, if we had like Hanged Executioner and like the Empyrean Eagle, like, yeah. Alright. Okay. You got me. And against mono red, like, there's a good chance that we're just... Like, I have not seen, like, mono red being played until, like, just today, so... And look, we got another Saphira, so that's cool. Alright, we just go Empyrean Eagle here. Yeah, It certainly can be. Like, removal is pretty much one of the things that really hurts this deck, because you need to kind of ramp into your creatures, and if you can't get your creature count up... And of course, they're, like, running the, like, what the Pyre Helix or whatever it was, like, to do that, so... Okay, so that's only 2 mana, it's... Draw 2 cards? Okay. Aspirate, yeah, pretty, again, removal. Like, if they're running a lot of removal, then it's gonna be super hard. Yeah, Cry is like one of the hardest spells, because like, and honestly, like, Cry the Canarium is a card that wouldn't have been printed 10 years ago. Like, Cry is actually ridiculous when you consider it's a 3 mana sinker that exiles. And it doesn't just exile the stuff that it would have killed, it exiles stuff that was killed before it was even played. Because there's a lot of things that could like live through it if you just had, like, if you just went to the graveyard. Like, if it just went to the graveyard instead of the exile, you'd be like, fine. But the fact that it's an exile effect on top of that, a 2/2 sync, like, oh my gosh, no, that is like legitimately insane. For 3 mana, like it should be like 5 mana, like, no joke. I can see what people would be like, that's stupid for 5 mana, but like, no, it would be amazing at 5 mana even still. It's a ridiculously overpowered card. That's pretty much it. So Flash Flying, that's a sorcery. All right, let's just draw 2 cards. Cool, we'll play a land. We'll play that dude. Oh, but then I don't have the blue open too. Okay. I spaced for a minute. Make it 4, match with Ritual Soot. I mean, it would be reasonable, right? But like, I still think at 5 mana it would be an incredible card. Because like you're killing 2/2, like, you know, if you got like something with toughness 2 and you throw that at it, it dies even if it's indestructible. You know, like, a Pain Fire. Oh man. Oh my gosh. I love the amount of hate that a 1-drop can get. Holy cow. I might just drop freaking Sky Tether on his Steamkin there, just because, like, I'm having a hard time just getting through. Like, I need to, like, survive a little bit, and that being a 4/4 is gonna be really tough for me. He's been playing Rakdos this whole time? Ah! Okay, well, no wonder. Menace Death Touch, instant and sorceries. You have could. Oh my frig. Okay. Much less likely to put 8 sweepers in for 4 mana. Counters would say, yeah. I mean, it's a good possibility. Oh gosh, okay. I think we Sky Tether the slime dude? Because then he's pretty much... The problem is that, like... Okay, this is pretty much game over, I think.
Let's light it up.
Oh, the counters would stay on your Steam. Can you... Yeah, that... Yeah. That's fine, but like, I just didn't want to get hit in the face with a 4/4 every turn. That was one of the reasons why I was like really considering just Sky Tethering it, just because I just really didn't want to get hit in the face. So we have plenty even left over, so we'll get and draw some cards. Okay, so we'll play that. We'll Sky Tether that just to not get hit. Oh gosh. I'm gonna die if I hit Chandra, but if I don't hit Chandra, I'm gonna die. Let's just not talk ever about anything. Nah, it's good. Gosh, I just really need to kill Chandra, but if I kill Chandra, I die. Alright, well... If he plays a single red spell, I lose. Okay, I lose. And this person actually attacked like as soon as they were able to kill me, so that's nice of them at least. Okay. We go again. I don't know who's playing. Well, again, that wasn't mono red. That just it looked like it was mono red because they were just mana screwed for a very long time. So I guess I'll give them some credit there. Color screwed specifically, as the case may be. Challenge my flyer deck against yours. Alright, man. We'll do that after this. It'll be hilarious. We have no flyers in this hand at all. Much better. Okay, keep 6. Yeah, Sky Tether. Well, we'll do it that way. I'm not like super happy about it, but we'll do it that way. I gotta say, the new Mulligan rules are pretty awesome. Could this be a mirror matchup? No. No, it is not. Do we throw down the blue? Nah, we'll hide our blue for a little bit. We'll make them think that we're just mono white and like we just drew into really expensive stuff. Oh, Mardu Angels. I'm just assuming it's Mardu. Okay. We go... Do we go hanged? Yeah, we go hanged. Yeah, it's so good. Like, being able to just be like, get the 7, and just be like, these 6. If we just pick these... It's Naya... What? It's Naya Angels with Krenko? Are you doing Feather for like the buffs under Krenko? I'm just confused about what it is you're doing. But I'm pretty sure putting Defender on Krenko is a good plan. Sky Tether is such a mean card. Oh my gosh. Nah, come on through. Alright. So we're at 5 mana now. Oh gosh. I kinda like part of me wants to kill off their bishop. But I'm gonna keep the flyers that I have for right now. I could Sky Tether, but I don't think Sky Tether is gonna be like a great plan for me. If they throw down an angel right now, I could just Sky Tether it, right? And then we could just swing through for 12 damage. So even if he gains 4 life, I probably would still win here. Dawn of Hope. Probably could have blocked out his soldiers there. Probably would have made sense. And he's gonna lose there. Okay. All right, Mr. Rigel. Do you have your Discord open? I'm gonna call you.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, what's...
Not much. You ready to do this?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, your deck's gonna destroy mine.
Oh, you say it's my deck, but it's Merchant's deck, really. I literally just copied it straight off out of his Aether Hub.
I'll get your name. Yeah, it's missing some cards that I'd like. I'm still
Oh, still building it?
opening
Yeah.
the set. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll keep this. This seems good.
So the new land art, great. Every single one of them is great.
It is. It really is. I just wish I knew how to, like, get the... Like, I wish there was a way in-game to change it to the land you... Like,
Yeah.
the art land you wanted. Or the land art that you
It's
wanted.
very inconvenient. Yeah.
So that happened.
Your card draw creature.
Has Curious Obsession on it, yeah. So it's quite the engine.
That's okay. When I eventually get flyers, they're gonna have +1/+1 encounter.
That seems pretty good. I think maybe I should probably do that too. And probably just put more Curious Obsessions on him. I don't...
When this creature hits you in the face, draw a new hand.
This game is just ridiculous sometimes. The way the deck, like the way it decides to draw through decks sometimes. A Sky Tether on that is going to be hilarious though, if you have one.
I don't have.
You don't have Sky Tether? Oh.
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
No, because the idea being like you're gonna fly over, so like you're just gonna
Yeah.
like ground. It's a great pacify effect for a single mana.
Well, you know what I was doing instead is I have, what are those guys called? The ones that permatap.
Oh, I can't think of it.
I've been using those instead because they benefit from all the buffet too.
I don't know why all 4 copies of Curious Obsession were in like the top 12 cards of my library, but they were.
I'm just gonna give you 3 more cards. Why not?
That seems reasonable. I mean, if I do it enough
Yeah.
times, I'll have to discard them, which would be bad.
Exactly.
So.
That's my.
That seems like a plan,
is
yeah.
Make you deck yourself. No creatures. Are you serious?
Oh no!
Cancel. No. Don't suicide yourself.
Oh.
Oh, it's still my turn.
Let's see.
So this is my first time playing with Curious Obsession, and I can't tell you how many times I accidentally destroyed it.
Oh no!
So I didn't attack with it.
Or you didn't attack. No, like you have to attack a player too, right? Oh no, it's a hit a player. That's what it is. Yeah, but you still, yeah. Well, you don't have to attack with the thing with Curious Obsession on it. You just have to have something attack.
Yeah, but I didn't like.
Yeah.
I'm new to the card, so I just kind of toss it on a creature in
Yeah.
the pass, and I'm like, why did it just disintegrate? What happened? Reading the cards.
Something to never do in an anime.
Alright, so this is a good card. It's not gonna save me now.
There was like part of me that like thought like freaking Settle the Wreckage was coming out or something like that, and I was about to just lose everything.
No.
You don't,
Okay,
you don't
so
have the
what
mana
is
for
this
it.
card?
But
Indestructible. Why is this Oh,
Safar.
Oh, alright. Cool, I drew a healer sock. You know, I'm just gonna concede.
Okay, that seems
Actually,
reasonable.
Yeah. Oof.
That was a heck of a run out. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you had a pretty good draw there.
That was That was pretty stupid, not gonna lie. Oh, did it again. You wanna go with the
Do
same
you wanna
decks?
play?
You wanna try something
Tell you
different?
what, you play anything you like,
Okay.
and I will also pick random things. I don't think I have played against you with this one yet. I could be wrong.
Okay. This is
We'll
one you
try
haven't
it.
seen either, so that seems fair. Yep, looks good. The game hates you, man. This deck normally this deck does not draw well at all. I have to like mulligan 8 times, but today,
Oh,
nah,
no.
today it's going off just fine. We got a nice little curve out.
Concerned.
Oh, I was like, why is that suddenly 3 mana? No, I just changed the position of where my cards were in my hand. So
Alright, this is a new card. This is 2. What? Oh, that's awesome. I like that. I don't want you to-
Oh, my
I like
card.
that.
Okay, I'm like, wait, you're playing with cards you don't know
Yeah.
what they are? No, yeah, the Woodland
No,
Champion
no,
is
no,
pretty
no.
good. Yeah.
Alright, I think I shocked this in.
Okay, I think you might see why I'm playing something like Woodland Champion.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not.
Does make you a horrible person though for throwing a cute, adorable little puppy dog into the graveyard like that.
Directly
That's,
into the trash.
Yeah. It's pretty bad.
Your stumps.
How this thing goes is that all things begin and end in nature.
You could just not, Vivian.
She is the most annoyingly druidic druid who's ever druided.
Yes.
To make this quick, I'm bored or perish the thought.
That.
Ugh, what a whiner.
Got a -2 here.
Tear it down! Tear it all down!
Oh, that sucks.
Can you hear my cat when I mouse over it?
No, I had to like just focus real hard to make sure it wasn't making noise, but it wasn't. This is just creatures, right? Cast it if it's a creature card. Submit 0. Submit 0? Why do I... Dang it. I had to pick one. Alright, I exile a forest. That sounds like fun.
Ugh, fine.
Wait, I know his accent's pretty bad. What did he say?
Oh, sorry, I was too busy laughing.
Oh.
I find it annoying that I can't pet your cat. That's also very annoying.
Oh, no. No, don't do that. Yo, I like that champion a lot.
Yeah, he's really good. I was looking
good.
through because I was looking for like to make a wolf deck specifically, and I was like, okay, like what can work well with this? Here's these rules, and I like noticed this weird thing where like all the wolves seem to be tokens, and I was like, what works well with tokens?
Yeah.
So
Okay, so I get a little confused when there is like exile and hand.
okay,
Do you have something in your hand right now, or
no,
is that
I have
like-
nothing in my hand.
Okay.
And even if I had exiled a card, like and it was a creature card, then I would have it still would. You can't discard things. They give me to discard things from my exile.
Well, I did. If you had something in your hand, I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to give you the choice of discarding like land for it.
Oh, sure.
But it's. Is there any way to tell whether or not something is in your hand
You
or
can
it's?
still walk.
Well, if it's like in my if it's in exile but I can play it, it should be like there should be like a little bit of a purpley mist coming off the top of it.
I don't see any difference.
Well, I don't have any creatures that I've exiled. I keep missing creatures, so there's nothing for me to play.
Yeah, but it's showing 2 cards there. Like you have.
Oh, in the exile?
It shows 2 cards as if.
Oh,
they're
it shows
cards that you can play.
Oh, that's
And I
because you
can't
don't
tell-
know they're not
Yeah.
creatures. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Well, it's not just that. It's also like it looks the same as your hand. So if you don't have anything in your hand, all I see is 2 cards there,
Yeah.
and I don't know if that's your hand or if those are exile.
I guess you kind of have to keep track. That's weird, because it's like the only thing you've ever had to keep track of. I don't know. Because for me, it just doesn't show them, because like I can't play them, so it doesn't bother even showing them.
I mean, I'll do this anyway.
I mean, the life gain's pretty good too, and just kind of
Yeah, it'll stay for-
slowing me down a little bit. I only have 2 left. I just really desperately need creatures. Please.
Starting over.
Oh,
is
for
the
pe-
only way.
Really?
Nope. I've been hitting nothing but spells and lands.
Yeah. Absolutely. 1,000.
Oh no. Oh. All right. Let's see what you got. Oh, nothing apparently. Okay.
I have a dead face.
Ah,
I
that's
should watch my life
unfortunate.
total.
Okay. Because I saw the 3 life and I was like, okay, well, you either like have an instant in your hand that kills things. So I drew a Tulsimir. And I was like, I either win
Oh.
or you can kill like something on my board. So I wanted to like hold the Tulsimir back just in case. But yeah, so that's the wolf deck. It didn't do much because I didn't draw any creatures. But
I mean, you killed me.
I did kill you, so that was something.
Oh, all right. Let me try this. This thing's ridiculous.
Alright.
I haven't even taken this on the ladder or into play yet. I have no idea how this form.
Should be fun. Do you have your profile set to just random avatar, or did you, or are you like changing it
No,
for each
it's-
deck?
It's bugged. So
Oh, it's bugged.
it doesn't matter what yours is set to. It will change every time for everyone else.
Oh, really? Okay, because for me, mine I'm always Chandra, but okay. I know like there are times when if you don't like choose your avatar, like it'll cycle them, like. But if you but this is different. This is a different sort of bug. Okay.
If you go to the subreddit, people are losing. People are always losing.
Oh, they're
their
always
minds
yeah.
on the
That's
subreddit, but
that's what they do, man.
they're like, I paid money for this avatar and no one can see it. It's like, oh, come on.
And not to mention, it's technically beta. Like, you know, chill.
Oh, I recognize that.
Yeah.
Thing. So the majority of this deck is your typical Judith deck,
Mm-hmm.
but I added in a bunch of like pay life effect with that Font of Agony.
Ah.
Oh, okay. Surprised you main phase.
Oh, he's Flash. Oh, this whole time I was like doing things specifically to get things to play outside of my turn, and here he has Flash this whole dang time.
Yeah.
I need to read the cards. I'm running like Vivian Champion of the Wild specifically so that I can play creatures on your turn. I did not realize he had Flash.
Oh.
I love the fact that it pulses when it's like blocking effects to let you know that like
Yeah.
things happen. It's really cool.
Can't even tell you how many times
My assistants are
like something would, I'd go to draw cards and Narset would flash. I'm an idiot.
But at least it like it doesn't. You don't just sat there going like, what the what.
Where's my card? What
Where's my
happened?
card?
This game's bugged.
Yeah. Instead, like there's a big like pulsing like here this thing, you idiot, and you're like ah. You go mouse over it. Ah, curse you, Narset.
I don't think I want to do this. So I built this last night. I was very tired. And I remember putting this card in here and saying, this is going to work with another card, but I don't remember what card it was. And I don't have it right now. I'm just going to hold on to this. Oh! Oh my god, that's such a cool interaction!
Yeah.
No!
And it's one of these things where it's like, I built the deck to do that, but I thought I had to use something else, because I have like Vivian's arc bows in here, so I could like arc bow them out, and like all this other nonsense, and it's like, I could have just been flashing them the whole time?
Yeah.
Like, holy cow, how much of an idiot am I?
New torches are
I
needed.
forgot that wolves fight with this guy.
Yeah, man, Tulsimir is really nice, because also whenever they come into play, you can like gain 3 life and everything like that, so
Yeah.
it's pretty nice.
What a great card. And that's only 5 mana, too.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the one card that like seems to be underperforming more than anything else is Arlen. Like 6 mana for her is just way too much. She's just too expensive. Because like by the time like by the time you can play her, the what's it called again? The Night Pack Ambusher, like they're on the field and you don't want to be playing spells during your turn, so you can't actually cast her, and it's really frustrating.
Well, I think they wanted to gimp it because they didn't want uncommon planes.
Narset.
Too good.
Narset, uncommon planeswalker who is too good. Like,
It feels like they deliberately gimped it.
they did, and they unfortunately for whatever reason they didn't want green to have an overpowered planeswalker. They were fine with blue having it. They're like, yeah, no, like Narset's fine.
Teferi wasn't enough. No. Teferi and Teferi.
Yeah, Teferi and Narset. You know, let's get Liliana out there too, and like half the other like, you know, planeswalkers and Esper. You're just like, ah. Man, that deck works so much better now I know how it works. Thank you.
Oh, is that a net deck? You built that one, right?
I built it, but I didn't. For some reason, I never read Flash on the Night Pack. So, like I said, I was trying to like work around it, and I'm like, "Yeah, no, we'll work around it. It'll be fine." And then you're like, "I'm surprised you played it during main phase." And I was like, "It has Flash." No,
Yeah,
it's
that card's very good.
so good, especially now. I'm gonna have to change the deck now that I understand I don't have to be playing the way I was playing. But yeah. Yeah, you wanna do some more?
Yeah. I mean, I'll be playing. You know, I can play on the ladder or play against you. I don't mind at all.
Okay. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go back and do like a slightly older deck. This is from War of the Spark era.
All right.
I don't think we've played with this deck before, but we might have.
War of the Spark era. It's like a week ago.
Yeah, I know. Point is, there's no M20 stuff in this deck.
Okay.
I could like go put some in, but I don't care. I'm just gonna run it the way it was.
Yeah, I have a bunch of decks that I just kind of like slipped a card in. I saw it and I'm like, that would go good in there. So I just kind of
Yeah.
stuck them in and haven't played in. This is a deck I created specifically for an event.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, during the stained glass cards, I made this deck.
Ah, very nice. Okay.
So in these circumstances, it might be terrible. Who knows?
Yeah.
It worked really well then, though. Oh. Uh-oh. A lot of men. Oh, this is just filtering,
I mean, you know,
sort of.
the gates, the Gateway Plazas can do one mana of any color, just off themselves.
Oh, but it's not like I thought it was 2 mana for planeswalkers.
Yeah, the interplanar beacon, but the Great Plaza is a little bit different. So let's see, what do I do here?
No fun.
Might have got a little bit ahead of myself. Okay. We'll ditch a what'd you call it? Growth spiral. Okay.
That's really cool card art too.
Oh, I love growth spiral. It's fantastic. It looks fantastic.
Ram a new
Oh,
course.
Go D-Spark and pass. I can't actually pull that. Go to Nebraska.
Fighting here is more fun than in the Undercity.
Voice actress is so wrong.
Yeah, they seem to cut corners when it comes to voice acting.
It's not like I don't think she's like a bad voice actress. I just think her voice actress is wrong for the character. No, yeah.
I'm gonna need you to play some more creatures.
You're gonna be waiting a while.
I've done things. I'm not
Yeah,
proud
this
of.
is a control deck
Yeah.
that isn't controlling anything.
That's unfortunately the problem with a lot of like just like I'm gonna kill your stuff like control. Like non-blue control is like yeah. Then it's like oh crap, you're playing
You're not- you're
a
not
blue
playing
control
stuff.
deck. What do I even want to look for here? Is there anything in my graveyard that's like fantastic? Not particularly. Alright, let's just go for it. Oh, I can't play that.
I
Okay,
think
never mind. I'm
you
not
will
gonna flip.
find my notes helpful.
The interface froze for a little bit there. Okay.
Yeah, the performance stuff is kind of wild, right?
Let's see. What is in my deck that I want?
Am I crazy? Was the opponent always over top of a pawn in this level?
Over top of a pawn? What?
I'm looking at your avatar.
Yeah.
And you're hovering over top of like a pawn. It looks awesome.
Oh, okay.
Which? Hang on. Let me hide your hand for a moment. I'm gonna start the stream again to see what it looks like.
Oh, I don't know how do I.
not gonna do that.
I don't even know how to do that. So.
Once this game is over, I'll
Okay.
hold on. I wonder if the levels are different for each person.
I'm on. What even is this?
It's like foresty kind of.
Yeah,
stones.
vaguely. Yeah, almost like a sunburst in the middle. So if that's what you're seeing, that's
Yeah.
pretty much what I'm seeing. So.
Yeah, and then the opponent's face is right above like water. He's got a little fish swimming there.
Oh. Oh yeah. Yeah. I never really noticed that's what that was.
I didn't either. I was just looking at it. I'm like, there's a fish over there. Oh my goodness, it's a pond. That's cool.
I never back down from a challenge.
Let's go ahead and scry. No.
Stop controlling my control. Oh, and you heal for it too.
Yep.
I make it rain just for fun.
I don't think I particularly need that. Wouldn't be a bad card to have, though. All right, we'll just do it that way.
Let me
I don't really
aid
understand what you're doing. I don't know how to approach this. Do I prioritize those guys?
Yeah, it's one of those things where
Is
like
grass more important? Yeah, I just drew a cast down. That's not
no, it's
my deck. Not gonna do anything against this.
there is stuff in here. I'm just
Just
it's just
better.
taking me. I'm pretty much just stalling until I can do what the heck I'm trying to do.
Yeah, all my stuff is anti-creature.
Longer, stand by and watch.
So this was my remember the proliferate event where it was like you get an army. If you don't have an army, it proliferates or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, this deck destroyed that event because everyone was going wide proliferate kind of stuff. Like
Yeah.
decks were huge. I wasn't playing against a lot of other controls.
To the library.
There he is.
Oh, this doesn't work. So the new revealed cards thing doesn't show you all the. Oh, there it is.
Guildmate,
I-
Planeswalker, Genius Inventor?
I'm not really like a
Got it all.
super fan of the new revealed cards window. I find it to be really aggravating.
I mean,
So
it's-
I like that it
it's
exists
not-
in a way, but I kind of wish that like there was a way to turn it off.
Well, most of the time it's fine. It's like, here's the card, and then if it was like there for half as long, that'd be great. But whenever there's a whole bunch that they're revealing at the same time, the new window doesn't do it well.
For every action, there's a reaction, and you are not gonna like this one.
What is this? Oh, that sounded good. Emblem.
Let's see. Just gonna do that.
I got this.
My face. I have this irrational hatred for Teferi.
Oh
No,
gosh,
I
it's
don't
not
think
irrational. It's completely rational.
Yeah, but it's like this just deep burning of hatred. I hate that card.
Let me get rid of that. Oh gosh, I need to like discard like a bunch more stuff.
I went into
I
a
wanna
mirror
hold on
match
to that.
earlier.
Yeah.
Flyers, and he pulled out a time raveler.
Oh no.
It was game over.
Oh.
This isn't gonna save me.
Yeah, I call this deck 5-color nonsense.
You know what I'm gonna do though?
Kill Teferi.
Too old for this.
I can't even kill him. I can't kill him. I'm
Oh.
gonna punch him. I'm gonna give him a bloody
He
lip.
just. Oh no. All right.
Worth it.
But yeah, it's just jam-packed full of planeswalkers and a bunch of just random, like, multicolor spells. And then a couple of, like, Niv Mizzet Reborns. And it's just like, I don't know, just live long enough to cast Niv Mizzet.
Expansion Explosion?
Yeah, Expansion Explosion is one of the big win cons. Other than that, it has got, like, both versions of Niv Mizzet, so you can just, like, hit people a lot. And so
So you have the old Ral that'll do the 1 damage infinite combo thing?
do I have that? I'm running most of my planeswalkers as one-ofs in that, I think. And I don't know which ones I have. Where is it even? Where is 5 Color Nonsense? Just like looking through my deck list, like, where are you? There it is. So, let's see. I'm running Storm Conduit, Swarm's Embrace, Tamiyo, Niv Mizzet Reborn, that's the Planeswalker. I'm running a Vraska Relic Seeker, Ugin the Ineffable, Expansion Explosion, Hallowed Fountain, Gauntlet Strike. No, wait, where's... Yeah, I guess I'm not running the old one. I'm running a Narset and a Teferi, though. Originally, oh, I'm also running Chromatic Lanterns. I originally was using Gates with this, but I found that the Gates weren't really giving me enough value, and that a lot of the stuff that interacted with Gates wasn't even 2-color. So I was just like, all right, let's not even bother with that. Let's just take out the Gates and put in a bunch of other stuff. So I put in the Gateway Plazas and the Interplanar Beacons, and then just a bunch of Planeswalkers to proc off that to gain me life, so I survived long enough.
Well, that set was before I started playing Arena, so I never played against nor with the Gates decks.
Oh,
I hear
okay.
that the Ram is very good, the Colossus is very good.
Sure, but them not being like they don't work with Niv though. That's the problem. Like they're good, but they didn't work with
Niv.
Niv.
The deck is Niv.
Yeah, the whole point was to build around Niv Mizzet Reborn, to just like play him, take a bunch of cards in your hand, and then just kind of like
just to feel awesome.
Just to feel awesome. Yeah, you're just like, look, I have cards. And so a lot of the cards I ended up using were things like, 2-color counter spells, 2-color kill spells.
Yeah.
And then you can do things like Time Wipe. One of my favorite things is, I think, does this still run the Deputy Detention? I don't think it does. It used to run Deputy Detention, which was hilarious because you use Deputy, and then you could like hold on. I was when I was playing this originally, people were running a lot of like the Defender deck with the Elder Dragon that let your walls attack. So what I would do is I would play Deputy Detention. I would like detain their dragon. And then, like, 2 turns later, I'd play Time Wipe, bounce the deputy, their dragon go back to their side of the table, and then everything dies. And then it goes back to them, and they're like, well, that was all my cards. So...
Your dragon is under arrest.
Pretty much. Oh, man. Alright, let's see. What else can I run?
My biggest issue with Niv is that he didn't seem to fit anywhere in particular. Like, there wasn't a bunch of cards he worked well with, and it was like, oh, this archetype, it just kind of felt sloppy.
They're also... Niv is extremely sloppy, because they didn't even print the card that showed when he died.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Like, they just completely forgot to print the card. They were like...
He's resurrected!
Oh, yeah!
Wait, he died? Yeah.
Oops. We forgot to tell you.
By the way, guys.
I remember seeing that he's reborn, and I was like, when did he go? I don't... let's see... Let's do this. It keeps showing the loading screen as the Field of Lotuses or whatever. And
yeah.
I keep wanting to build a deck with that in it, but I've yet to like feel like I've actually needed it. So,
well, it's got to be like a scape shift kind of thing, right?
I suppose it would pretty much, yeah. It would pretty much have to be
Hulk,
scape shift, yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. What else would go in?
Pretty much of those. I got the dumbest hand ever. Just warning you.
So 1000%. I thought you said the dumbest tan.
Yeah, I got the dumbest tan ever. It's only on my nose and nowhere else.
How the hell
I fell asleep in a really awkward position.
That makes sense. Well, if it helps any, I won't say anything about your tan.
Ah, aristocrats.
Oh my goodness. So many elves.
Yeah. I actually started off with a hand of 4 Llanowar elves and 3 lands. But I figured it was time to drop the Krasis.
Is it target? No. Player.
Mind and meditate and prepare.
Oh no. I forgot she can get planeswalkers.
Yeah, because they're not... Yeah. They're non-land, non-creature spells, so...
Yeah.
I'll graveyard that.
Narset is so good.
She really is. Aha!
I was not prepared for this.
Okay, I think I know what I have to do here.
Oh no. Yes, Magic the Gathering Cat. I see you. This is kind of weird how it just randomly meows at you.
Yeah. I think the auto tapper screwed me on this one. Yeah, I think I had enough block to do this, but...
Oh. Oh. Please don't spark harvest any of my stuff. Oh, not you. I'm down, guys. Yeah, I feel like attacking. I don't know. Do I attack here? I mean, Krace is just gonna just. Ah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I mean,
Oh,
you...
and they don't even die.
Yeah, you saw me take that out of my sideboard, too.
Did it reveal it?
Doesn't it? Does it not? Oh, does it not reveal it? Oh, it doesn't reveal
I
it.
don't think it does.
Okay. Okay, you just knew that took something out of my sideboard. My mistake.
Yeah.
I'm used to like any kind of like tutoring or fetching to be like, it's like based off of like you have to like
yeah.
yeah. I guess I could have flown over for more damage, but whatever.
Literally nothing I can do here.
Yeah, Mastermind's Acquisition kind of wrecked you there.
Damn.
This deck isn't even about killing you, and it happened.
What's it about?
Self-mill.
Where's the mill?
Just surrender, right?
Well, I didn't draw into that half of the deck. I drew into the defense. It runs Jace and it runs Tameo. But I also run a ton of Explore, not Wildgrowth Walker, but I run a ton of Explore just so that I could like pitch stuff into the graveyard.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And then like as people are like as my opponents are doing things, I am running like 4 Masterminds Acquisitions, and then all of my answers to stuff are in the sideboard. So there's literally like 1 copy of Ritual Soot, 1 copy of Cry the Canarium in the sideboard.
Oh, no.
The idea being that all I need to do is get it into my hand and play it once, and then I can Tameo it back to my hand later. and play it
Oh,
again.
That's a good idea.
So, unless you're running something that exiles my graveyard, I'm okay. Yeah, if you're an Ashiok, like, I'm in trouble because, like, granted, like, we're kind of working along the same goals, but I do kind of want to be using my graveyard as we're playing.
Right.
So it could make it a little bit rough.
Well,
Granted, at that point, it's just like I just need to stick a Jace at the right time, and we're okay. So,
cool idea.
yeah, that was one of those games where like one of those decks that I built like right around the time that I was like just like absolutely fed up with with the state of Magic at the time. I needed like desperately to find a deck that I could like have fun with, and oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that self mill was like, oh, I feel like I'm playing Magic again. Like I'm
Nice.
going for dumb alternate win conditions and
Well,
like
you know
trying to
what?
stay alive.
When that guy got that infinite combo with the sacrificing the angels and all that stuff,
Yeah.
I was like, I saw it happen, and I was like, good game, and then I conceded, and I was laughing, and
Yeah.
I was like, when you lose a game of Magic, you shouldn't be angry.
No.
And it's like just so many Teferis and Steamkins and Spherical Frenzies, and it's like you just get mad when it happens, and it was refreshing to lose to something like that.
Yeah. Granted, I ended up just having a bunch of like elves, explorer peoples, and some Krasusai. So that didn't end up looking like
Yeah.
anything new, but I swear.
I swear it was a
I
soft
swear it was trying to do something weird. It just
Well, there
it
was,
just looked really
there's a-
standard.
where this was on Reddit, I believe, where I saw it, but it was a cartoon, a drawn cartoon, where the guy's like, I want to do this crazy jank thing, but I need some removal, so I'm gonna put in, Vraska's Contempt and this and that. And I need some card draw, so I'm gonna put in some Teferi, and then I need some sweepers, so I'll put in some Kaya's Wrath. It's like he ended up with
It's just carbon copy.
and someone else went in there and posted, yeah, it kind of tells you like how good that package is, that it just shows up everywhere.
Yep.
It just has so many answers.
Yeah, it turns out when your opponent can't play the game, you tend to win. So,
Yeah.
because even Mono Red like is doing that. Like they're like, we play creatures to kill you, and our burn spells are to remove everything in our path. And if you don't have creatures, we just hit you in the face with them. So it's just
Yeah.
flexible removal is all.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think what I like about aggro the most is like my games are quick.
There's that.
Either
yeah.
I know that I lost and I can concede, or I beat them in like 5 or 6 turns. But there aren't any long drawn out games where
Yeah.
this
I-
painstaking loss.
I really like mid range. Like I like games to like develop and kind of go through stages, and like the idea of like having to defend and then like turn it on once you get your bombs is like really nice.
control just
But yeah,
Control,
exactly.
I hate
Control is just
control.
annoying. Alright, do I want to go now? I think I do. Alright.
does this have flying?
Yeah, it does. The tokens occasionally get bugged like that and they don't fly. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really want that to continue giving
The day is yours.
Oh. That's not the one that makes Death Touch tokens?
No, it isn't. There's 4 on that.
I also find it kind of weird how the same planeswalkers keep showing up in every.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the idea, though, right? They're the ones who could travel between the planes. But they did say that they're going to, like... They're going to be cutting back on, like, the Gatewatch. They're not going to be in every... Not... All 5 of them will not be in every set going forward. So...
Yeah, it's. I don't know. They have different sets of abilities. Like for me, every card has a personality.
Right.
You know, so when you see that card, you know the personality of that card. But whenever you see like characters with wildly different cards, it just kind of messes with me a little bit.
I don't know. I mean, like, Vraska does green-black things, you know? Like...
Oh yeah, it's not that the flavor is different, but like
As long
I
as
don't
we
know. It's
win,
just how many different
nothing else
Vraskas are there?
matters.
Like that Ral messed with me too.
Oh, right,
Earlier,
because it was the...
played that
Yeah.
Ral and I was like, wait, what's going on?
Well, yeah, I mean, right now there's like 4 Chandras, like... Or, is it 4 or is it more? There are more than 4 Chandras at the moment.
Yeah,
There's like 5?
yeah, that's confusing me too. Yeah.
Then there's like, I don't know, like Merchant was running a deck with 3 different versions of Chandra in it. And also Sarkhan, who he claimed to also be Chandra. But,
I think I'm gonna.
seems reasonable. Okay.
It's not often I'm outmaneuvered.
No, 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 no. Okay, put it on anything. Ah. Okay, all right, that's fine. I forgot that you can't target any of that shit. All right, check this out. So you know how it gets.
Mm-hmm. Gets lifelink, yeah.
You know what?
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not gonna do the Wise Brutality then?
Well, you have to attack with it first.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna widespread brutality, and get a fuck ton of.
It's a
Sorry,
shame that the particular
Huh?
side of my deck that's supposed to be making it work isn't here yet. Otherwise, it would be fantastic.
I'm just gonna go to 73 real quick.
Yeah, you probably have snowballed past where I can reasonably come back, but we'll see.
I have never cast this guy.
Always the first time.
I don't even know how it works. Let's find out how it works.
Oh, I've lost.
I draw a card. That sounds good.
Throughout the multiverse.
If you want to get rid of that Complant Tribunal, like that's
Nah, that's not gonna happen.
I mean, if you want to, I'm just suggestion. You know.
Gray lands.
Oh. Well, don't feel the need to play it out if you don't want to. Good.
I want to hold on just like to see if I get the card that's meant to make the deck work. It's possible I should have mulliganed to make sure I had it. any of them in here? No. 101. Alright, whatever.
I have other schemes to my schemes.
Alright, apparently not. So this is meant to be like I took the Selesnya tokens and I made it Asban, and then I threw in like not just the Braskas, but I also threw in poison tip archers.
I love those things.
So the idea was like make a bunch of tokens and then like aggressively block, basically.
I did something similar actually. I have a I'm gonna play that. Play that right now. I will show you what I do.
Okay.
At least the idea.
Let's see. What do we want to do? Ugh. Alright, we'll go to this one. Oh, I double clicked it again. I always double click the deck, try to be like, select it. And it's like,
yeah.
edit it. And I'm like, that's not what I meant.
Yeah, the first time I widespread brutality with lifelink,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what? How did that happen?
It's ridiculous, yeah, because the creature is the thing that actually is dealing the damage. You could also like do an effect similar to Jundwirling with it as well if you status it.
Come again?
So if you cast Widespread Brutality and then like in response to it, like before it actually happens or whatever, or I guess you can just cast it first because you're about to do Widespread Brutality. But if you have the army on the field at least, you cast status, give it Death Touch, and then Widespread Brutality, and then it murders everything.
Oh.
Doesn't matter how much damage it was.
Cool. Yeah, the only thing that's kind of awkward is you need to attack to get the lifelink, and it's a sorcery. So you have to make sure your army survives the turn.
Mm-hmm.
It survives the attack, or else you don't get your. I would much rather just do it beforehand.
Yeah.
All right, deck. I need a swamp, please.
Oh no. Is it in outright revolt?
Yeah.
Let's see what you're not getting. Spark Harvest. Yeah, Spark Harvest is a really good card. If you've got things to throw out, definitely. It's pretty great. Yeah, why not?
Oh wow. All right.
I made this deck during a very angry period.
You can't do anything.
You want to go, tough guy? This is just gonna be bad for you.
Oh my goodness, I have so many forests. Uh-oh. Did the client hang up for you?
No, it seems fine to me, but
Oh, I just crashed your desktop.
Oh dear, I see you have a what you call it, news out.
A what?
An ooze, biogenic ooze.
Oh yeah, I tried to cast it and
Yeah,
then
well I see it's played.
crashed.
You should be able to get back in.
Can I?
Yeah, if you just like log back in, it should throw you back into the game. Simple disconnects are usually not too big of a problem.
Hey. What are you doing, computer? Oh, I just launched it like 7 times.
Oh dear.
I don't even know how I got the console to go up. Crazy. Alright, so I just challenge you again, and then we'll bring you back
I
in.
suppose so. Yeah, try it. If it doesn't work, then I'll just bail out of this
I
one
mean-
and start over.
It's checking for update
Oh, that's weird.
very slowly. Oh my, I have four instances of the client running right now.
Oh no.
Close, close. I wonder if they have a memory leak or something right now.
Don't know. Maybe.
It's definitely something going on. I haven't noticed it affecting my entire computer though.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had any issues playing the game.
You've had no performance issues?
No.
What are you running?
A ridiculous machine called Hades. Where do you go to look at your specs again? It says somewhere, right?
Huh?
Where do you go to look at your specs again? How do you look at your hardware?
I don't know. I mean, I put everything into mine, so I just kind of know it offhand. But
Well, I did, but then I forgot what it was. Like, once I, like, purchased the items, I didn't care what they were anymore, and so, like, I don't remember what they are.
I'm here.
Hey!
I made it. Have you
No
considered your
problem
play
I
yet?
can't solve.
Please don't.
A little
get it.
bit.
Aw. Where were you? Now this is the part where I draw nothing but swamps. Five.
Watch it burn.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth? Well... No, we'll pass.
Oh wow. No.
Still extraordinarily risky on my part. I can't really risk losing her right now, so...
You have so much hand disruption.
Let's light it up.
Light it up! Alright, well, this seems good.
If you'd be so kind so as not to attack me, that
Oh, sure, why not? Let's just,
That'd be great.
let me just hit pass go then.
in fact, if you wanted to concede, you know, you can do that too.
You're just... Come
I
on.
love Angrath. You know,
So
I think
good.
he's underrated. Yeah. I really kind of like the amass mechanic.
It's neat. Like it's tough because it's like tokens, but it goes high instead of wide.
I
So
don't know what to do about it.
it's difficult, right?
Ah, you'll be nothing but slag when I'm done.
I just had a really terrible draw.
Ah. Hey, heart of the cards. Except You can't block now.
Oh, Menace.
Yeah.
That's right. Uh,
Oh man. What else do I have?
yeah, well, you know what? I'm gonna try that one again.
Okay, cool. I'll do something. I'll do something
'Cause
different.
I like how that one worked. It didn't work that time.
It's always difficult to get off the ground where your opponent just says, "I'm just going to play nothing but removal spells."
Yeah, I mean that
So-
didn't help much, but I was also 6 turns in before I found a stop.
Fair. Ooh, mulligany?
Yeah. How did you end up with Alex?
Well, my previous cat had run away, and a woman at work had a cat that was giving kittens, and so she was like, "Hey, I heard you wanted to replace your cat. My cat's having kittens. You want to come over and see?" And I was like, "Okay." So he was sitting by himself over by the fireplace when I come in. His siblings were just like, you know, sitting, like laying on the table asleep on her handbag. And I said hello to them after saying hi to him, but he came over and like laid on top of them, and it was just pretty obvious that it was like, no, it's the two of us. Like that's what we're doing.
That's cute. See, one of those like sticking by you all the time kind of thing.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now he's sleeping on top of my computer, right next to me.
I feel like I've seen this deck before.
You might have. Death Sprout! I love that card.
I kind of love this card too, and I don't know why nobody uses it.
It's a little overcosted, but it's great. It's fantastic.
You think?
Yeah, I think 4 mana, like, for what it does, maybe not, but like in practical, in a vacuum, no, it's not overcosted. In like, not in a vacuum, but like just in like, you know, in practicality, it's.
Oh, and you pull this out of the graveyard.
Yep. Yeah.
That's a good deck.
It is.
That's your own creation?
Yep. I purposely like hid in a bunker and like didn't look at anything that anyone was doing, and I only looked at the list of cards, and I was like, let's make this work. And so I started building, and I started iterating, and over about 2 days before I went on vacation, I came up with this. This was the refined version of what I come up with.
It's a good deck.
Yeah, it's pretty strong, and I don't know why other people aren't doing it.
Oh, that has haste too.
Yup. It's pretty sick.
I haven't seen anybody run this thing.
It's weird, isn't it? Like, people just like, I don't know what they're doing. Like, they're sleeping on this for some reason.
Alright, hang on, so...
No, I don't need that.
Oh my... That's... Okay.
Because like I said, everyone I see running like elementals, like they're not running Neoform, they're not running Thunderkin Awakener. Like it's so strange.
Oh, you sacrificed it after.
Yeah, you sacrifice it end of turn. If they live through combat, though, like if the Reef lives through combat and I still have mana left over, I can play things in my second main phase to proc it, though.
I'm gonna hit you for one.
I'm back down to 20.
That's not gonna help me. love to use too.
It's so good.
It's won me so many draft games, man. You know what? I wonder if like a Mayhem. Does this have black mana in there too?
No, it's just red,
Let's
green,
go with
blue.
the Mayhem Devil. I almost want to try that. An elemental Mayhem Devil, Thunderkin kind of thing.
Does that work off those?
Chandra, like Chandra with the elementals, you sack the elementals.
Choose an elemental creature card in your graveyard with toughness lesser than Thunderkin Awakening. Is Mayhem Devil an elemental?
It's not, no.
Okay.
But if the majority of the deck is elementals,
Oh, I see. Eventually, this thing will stop having things that react to things.
yeah. What's going on over there? Why?
I'm just waiting for this deck to stop doing things.
Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and let that happen.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna need that deck list at some point.
Hey, no problem. Yeah.
Wow.
It doesn't seem to even be like that expensive either. Like, I'm not even using like all of the rare lands I could. Like, I'm using actually quite a few of the commons from the set. And honestly, you could literally use all the commons. You don't have to use any of the temples for that thing, because the life gain off of the land is still fine. It's a great effect to have. Keeps you alive until you get your combo really going. As opposed to kind of just fixing your draws. But yeah, like, obviously I'm using like 3 Omnath, so like that's a mythic.
That's only 3?
I'm only running 3 copies of them. Yeah.
Is that
mhm.
your choice, or is that just that you pulled?
Yeah, no, it's I decided 3 was right because he's a legendary creature and I have access to Neoform,
Ah.
and the card draw from Risen Reef is enough that I can get him out whenever I want to. Like, it's usually not a problem. And also, like, I don't think, like, Omnath is a great way to close out a game, but he's not like necessary. He's a good top end. I don't think he's like, it's like he's not super critical. Like, yes, he will push you over the top, but like, honestly, like an Overgrowth Elemental, like on its own, can like win games. Like, because you just, like, you start getting all your elementals out there, and then they start dying, and, like, the next thing you know, you've been gaining life constantly, and this thing has been getting so huge that, like, your opponent just can't block it out anymore, and it just crushes them. So, yeah.
Well, I wasn't sure how important the +1/+1 counters were on the Thunder.
Oh, they're super helpful. And that was another reason why I use the Overgrowth Elemental, because then I can put it +1/+1 on the Thunderkin from the Overgrowth when it comes into play.
Oh, does that work that way too?
Yeah, so it's only once, because Overgrowth Elemental is, when it comes into play, puts a 1/1 counter on another elemental you control. And then when another creature you control dies, you gain 1 life. If that creature was also an elemental, put a +1/+1 counter on Overgrowth Elemental. So you throw him down. If they kill your Overgrowth Elemental early to make sure that, like, you're going to be okay, like, safe for the long run from him. If they don't kill the Thunderkin Awakener, if you put a 1/1 counter on him, now he's a 2/3, and he can bring Overgrowth Elemental back from the graveyard when he attacks. And then that comes into play, you put a 1/1 counter on Thunderkin Awakener, and you just keep getting him huge and huge and huge. And, like, it quickly becomes obvious to people, like, when they make a mistake against this deck, because suddenly all of this stuff just keeps recurring and doing all these enter the battlefield and leaving the battlefield, and they suddenly just go like, oh my gosh, these combos are really, really hard to deal with. How do they even work?
Yeah, well, they're new cards, so I don't think everyone understands exactly how they work together. I sure as heck don't. So
I think, if I remember correctly, because let me, I've got it on MTG. Well, I've got it on MTG Arena or MTG Goldfish, but I don't have it with the right lands in. I think I changed the lands just the other day. But it was like, this is like, in paper, like, this is like $180 deck, something like that. It's actually like really cheap to buy in paper, and tempting.
$180 is cheap.
Yeah, for a tournament caliber deck, yeah, for like, because you figure like Esper Control, like just a few weeks ago, was going for almost $500.
No way.
Command the Dreadhorde was like $400.
No
Mono
way.
Red, because of what it was going with, not a whole lot of rares and mythics, that was only like $80. So yeah, like the problem is that like up until like M20, a lot of the cards were so much of your deck was rares and mythics that yeah, the decks were trending higher than normal. Usually $300 for a tournament deck is completely reasonable to buy in paper all singles. Which was one of the reasons why I stopped playing Magic in the first place, because like playing it in paper is really expensive to keep up with it. And that's only if you ever buy one deck to go with every time a new set comes out. So. Obviously, if you have cards to kind of go with, then you're okay. Why am I in this? Do you want to go again?
Yeah, like I said, I'll be fine.
I'll swap it up. Let's go with that.
I don't know how long you're planning on streaming for tonight.
Oh, this is probably gonna be my last one, but
Yeah.
No, better.
I gotta work on my mulligans too. I tend to keep too much.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I still like keeping, you know.
Yeah, I really should be throwing back more hands with the new mulligan.
I mean, yes and no. Like 7 cards is still better than 6. Like if it's a workable hand, you never know what you're going back for. So, Sorin, reasonable.
What would you have taken?
Sorin.
Okay.
Let's see, you're playing Dimir. Let me throw down that first. Especially since you already know it's coming. This is a really tough choice. I'm gonna go with that. No! Exile effects. That's so wrong. They're actually just wrong on a black card, honestly. Like that, like white used to be the card. That used to be the color that exiled stuff. Well, removed from game.
Yeah. Removed from game. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the term. And there was a removed from game zone, but then they were like, well, Yu-Gi-Oh! Uses banish. What if we had a word for it too? Actually, I have no idea who came up with the having to have a term for it first. I don't know if it was Yu-Gi-Oh! Or if it was Magic.
You know, in hindsight, probably should have saved that.
You couldn't have known. You couldn't have known I was going to top deck into an Ethereal Absolution.
My goodness.
Oh, hey, there's a creature card in there.
Ah, not my Doom Whisper. Excuse me. And I have win cons in here, I swear.
It's not another ministrant. Fair. Mm-hmm.
More for the life gain than it.
Oh, for sure, and stopping, you know, another pair of 1/1 or well 2/2 flyers is probably good as well. I have no idea if you have other ways of getting stuff out of the graveyard, but I figure I'll just go ahead and get rid of that while I have the opportunity.
But you get tokens for it too, right?
Only if they're creatures.
Oh.
That's why I made sure to target the Doom Whisper, because I was like, hey, not only a good card, but also a creature.
So you might not know this, but I run removal in this deck. There are other cards that do things. Somewhere in here. Talking to you, Deck.
You have to draw into it at some point, right? You're 20 cards in. Hey!
I found a thing. Oh, that card is so good. I don't know. You think 6 mana is worth it?
For Ethereal Absolution? Yeah, totally.
Well, how often can you cast it though? Is it reliable?
I mean, generally speaking. I only run one copy of it in this deck too, so. The thing is too, right, is like, I think like in general, like if you run this in like an Orzhov control or an Esper control, and you run like Kaya, the Planeswalker, you can use them together to where you end up exiling a bunch of their cards from the graveyard, and then you can use her ultimate to like smack them in the face.
Effective. I'll find a use for you.
Oh. Okay.
Death is enlightening.
A little death never
Oh,
hurt
that's how you do it,
anyone.
yep.
mind is a terrific thing to waste.
I'm dealing damage to you.
Struggling?
I think that's game.
Could be.
No, that's
Unless you've drawn into more removal.
What a good, mindless minion.
Empty your mind. If you surrender now, I'll still have time for
that Davriel's all used up. I want a new one. You know, this deck is surprisingly good too. I've won a lot of games. Like I climbed up halfway through gold with it.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt it.
It's one of those decks though that like gets stomped, or it just shuts you down.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, I don't do very well. Control matchups are kind of weird because I have a lot of dead cards against those, but my hand disruption is really effective.
Right. And a lot of their cards are dead against you, so
Yeah.
you know. But it should end up balancing out to a
Staring
degree.
at each other angrily for a while.
That's the control mirror, man. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna stay on the line, but I'm gonna cut the stream off right here, so we'll check you guys later. Tomorrow I'll be back. It'll be great. We'll play more Magic. There'll be more of this nonsense.